Hello and welcome back to Oddly Able, the channel where I'm oddly able to put up with various different things. And today, we're talking about ReelShort. So if you don't know what ReelShort is, I'm going to read off the description off of Wikipedia. ReelShort is a Chinese short-form video streaming app specializing in Duanjas. If I said that name wrong, just let it go. It's owned by Crazy Maple Studio, which is backed and partially owned by Beijing-based digital publisher COL Group. So if the description didn't give you much on what ReelShort is, it's basically just like TikTok, but they're putting out full-length, I don't even know if I should call them feature films. They're films, they're vertical films. We're going to be talking about the titles of these vertical films, because they're pretty interesting. They are pretty interesting. So coming from an actor myself, I have to submit on projects, and I use Actors Access to do that. Sometimes I do wish Actors Access provided a filter to filter out these short films, because I've been in one. You know, I've been in one. It wasn't too big. I had maybe a line. I played a police officer, and it's not my cup of tea as an actor. It's not. And you know, if it is yours, that's great. You know, you do you get that work, you get that bag, you get that money. But for me personally, it's not. And I guess what throws me off the most about it is just the titles. We're going to be reading the titles of these short films, short vertical films, whatever you want to call them. We're going to be reading the title. So to start us off, I'm going to read the submissions I found off of Actors Access when I try to submit myself for a role. So the first one that I found was, wait, our great-grandma is 18 years old. I wish I could make that up. I wish I could just say a fake title and you'd believe me, but I actually have the receipts on this one. That's actually what the title is called. Marked by my alpha stepbrother. I'm very curious to see what these are about, because when you click on the link, there's a very brief synopsis of what they're about. I'm very curious. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory what it's about, right? But I won't even let curiosity kill the cat on that one. Pregnant by my professor, chased by his son. Sometimes there's gonna be a lot of times throughout this video where I'm not even gonna know what to say when I read these titles, and you're just gonna see me stumble and stammer and be lost of words and jumbled over my words like I am right now. We're just gonna roll with the punches on this one. Taming my stepbrother. I think throughout this video we're gonna see how much of a straight face I can have when I'm reading these titles. These are just the Actors Access releases of these short vertical films. We're gonna go into the ReelShort app itself, and we're gonna see the titles, and they are gonna be misleading, but the descriptions, we're also gonna be reading that. So, you know, if someone were to look at my phone, like, really look and see that I had ReelShort and see what I had to watch in order to make this video, it would be pretty concerning. Because I had to watch some of them so I can at least tell a story about them. First one we're going to basically get into is submitting to my ex's dad. And it has 92.9 million views. You're telling me that 92.9 million people logged on to ReelShort in order to watch this person submit to the ex's dad. And I had to click on it, I had to watch it, you know, just to get a brief synopsis on it. The girl in blue, she's getting married, and she is just ecstatic about it. She is so happy, she's ready. She's like, I look so beautiful and he's gonna love me. And then, you know, the suspenseful music plays. She's walking down a hallway, she opens the door, and boom! The groom is cheating on her with her best friend. The description is, after catching her fiance cheating with her best friend just before their wedding, Flora runs away and has a wild one-night stand with a handsome stranger. Little does she know, he's her ex-fiance's father. Try to say that 5 times fast. Her ex-fiance's father, her ex-fiance's father, her ex-fiance's father. Okay, it's not that hard, never mind. So I'm filming this after I finished filming the original video because I just thought of this. How are you gonna date somebody long enough to marry them, but you never even knew what their father looked like? Or just their parents in general? That's just... okay. And he has a dark secret. Will she surrender to the heat? Or is it time to run again? I'm not gonna watch the entire thing to find out if she runs again. Based off of the title, she probably stays and doesn't run again, and then the ex finds out that his dad is like with his ex-fiance, and I don't know. But the tags are romance, erotica, HGAT, BDSM. Oh, I hope I don't get flagged for this. Like I said, these titles are going to be very misleading until we read the description. So we got, Dear Brother, You Loved Me Too Late. 56 million views on that, and it's ranking monthly top 7. That's just crazy. For a title like that, you'd think it belonged on another website, but the description for that is... it's pretty lengthy. For 16 years, Angelica has lived with a guilt she never deserved. Her mother died giving birth to her. Wow. Neglected by her father, Martin, and despised by her brother, Christopher. She holds on to the only warmth he ever showed her. But when their cousin Madison moves in, even Christopher turns on her, wishing she were the one who had died. Madison, you trifling person, like, how can you make Christopher turn on Angelica like that? And in a way, he gets his wish when Angelica is diagnosed with cancer. Damn, that's all I, damn. But after her death, damn! It's Christopher's world that begins to fall apart. You know, for this one, I just got the description of it. I didn't even know if I wanted to click on it. On ReelShort, you need coins in order to watch things. I don't know how many coins I have. I had to watch a bunch of things in order to get a synopsis of what I'm even watching. Claimed by my ex's alpha brother. I think that's a theme on ReelShort. I think being claimed by an alpha brother or alpha brother, dad, mom. I think alpha is a theme on ReelShort. That's just... But the description goes as this, and this one is pretty long too. Ella is wolfless amongst the wolves, but at least she has her mate, Beta Noah Gravins, until she catches him cheating with her rival Ava. Besides alpha being a theme of ReelShort, I think cheating partners is another theme of ReelShort, because every single ReelShort that I've seen has had somebody cheating at least once, or twice, or 3 times, or the entire film, who knows. Shattered, Ella falls straight into the arms of Noah's brother, Liam Gravins. If I'm saying that name wrong, the last name, we're gonna forget about it. Just like we said at the beginning of the video, the newly returned alpha of the Crescent Pack, who has loved her since childhood and knows she's his fated mate. But with jealous rivals, bitter exes, and 2 worlds pulling them apart, can Ella and Liam embrace the love they are destined for? This is basically the spin-off of Twilight. If we were focusing more on werewolves instead of vampires, this is basically what Twilight would be. But it gets worse. It gets immensely worse, because next we have In Love with Dr. Baby Daddy. And they thought they were so clever making that H a stethoscope. But hey, I don't even know if I can show these posters on the channel because I don't want to get flagged. YouTube, please forgive me. Fueled by the sting of betrayal from her selfish ex, Jade Lancaster dives headfirst into her surgical residency, determined to prove him wrong. But what she didn't expect was to collide with her resident supervisor in a steaming hot ons. Introducing Dr. Damon Ford. A renowned surgeon with a ruthless edge and a shocking secret. He's the father of her exes and Jade's baby daddy. What? What? I did watch this one. I did click on it to watch it, and it's in a hospital. It's like very Grey's Anatomy. And in the first 10 seconds, again, she finds her ex cheating on her a day before they start their residency, and that's just the theme. That's the theme we're going with here. Partners are cheating with other people a day before residencies, or a day before your wedding, or a day before something special in your life. And the tags for that are romance, sweet romance, age gap. They're really popular with that age gap. And breakup. Pregnant by my ex's dad. And that one is ranking in at 63.3 million views. And actually, when I clicked on this poster, it was kind of funny. We're gonna read the description, and then we're gonna go into why it was funny. After Lucia's selfish boyfriend ends things because he doesn't believe in her, she vows to prove him wrong. Determined to be the best surgical resident, she throws herself into work, and under her resident supervisor, Dr. Sawyer Campbell, not the other resident supervisor that we just read about, but Dr. Sawyer Campbell, ruthless renowned surgeon, surprised baby daddy, and worst of all, her ex's dad. Okay, what is up with these hospital verticals being about baby daddies and resident supervisors and exes, fathers, and there's just a bunch of baby daddies here. What caught me off guard was the lead actor in this, because I actually know him, Adam Huss. I actually met him on a film set one time. He's a very sweet guy. But when I saw the poster, I was like, wait a minute, that guy looks so familiar. And then I really looked into it. And by really looked into it, I mean just going down to the cast after the description. And it's him! And I'm like, okay, cool. I'm gonna have to message him and say, hey, I saw your vertical. Finding Master Right. Not Mr. Right, Master Right. This one is an interactive one, so whatever choices you make in this one can determine the outcome of the entire film. You know, that's pretty neat, I guess, you know? I mean, ranking in at 26.6 million views, I think people really like interactive stuff. Should I start doing that on the channel, interactive stuff? Let me know in the comments. The description of this one goes as is. Kate's always fascinated about a sexy man who would dominate her in the bedroom. What in the 50 Shades of Grey is this? But finding one is way easier said than done. Until Catacomb's notorious master, Banner Jennings, offers to help her find the perfect dom. But once he finds her sexual match, will he be willing to let her go? What the actual f*** is going on in these vertical films? What? Banner Jennings? What kind of name is Banner Jennings? I got understand Kate, but Banner Jennings is just... Like I said, I'm going to be speechless with most of these. Okay, this one is actually, I guess this is the most normal title that I've ever read on ReelShort. This one is, I'm in love with my brother's best friend. That has to be the most normal title I've read on ReelShort. Ranking in at 67.3 million views. But of course, the tags are going to be caught cheating and age gap, because it's ReelShort, and you're not doing ReelShort right unless you're caught cheating on your partner. So the description goes as, oh my gosh, this one's a book. This description is a book. Okay. I'm in love with my brother's best friend is based on the novel published by Tapas Entertainment Incorporated. When Caitlin Sinclair moves into her off-campus apartment with her high school sweetheart for her freshman year of college, she immediately catches him cheating on her, because it's ReelShort. What else is he gonna do? He's not gonna go out and get a sandwich, and he's not gonna go make new friends, or he's not gonna go study. He's gonna cheat on her. The second they move into their campus apartment, They're living together. That's what the description says. They're living together. She is forced to move into her brother's apartment and share a space with his best friend, who is in grad school on the same campus. When her childhood crush reignites, Caitlin and Cole must navigate their newfound adult relationship, while evil exes, mean girls, and worst of all, Caitlin's brother, try to tear them apart. Okay, so based off the description, the dude is her childhood crush. That's what I'm getting off of this, is that he's her childhood crush, and now they want to be together now that they're in college and they're adults, and then it's going to be a whole Scott Pilgrim thing where the brother and a bunch of girlfriends and exes try to intervene. I'm noticing a theme here. ReelShorts copy a lot off of films that have already been made. And this next one is exactly why I think that. Because we have Operation Christmas Trap. Operation Christmas Trap. Where there's a mom, a dad, and 2 twin siblings. And if that doesn't sound familiar, allow me to read the description for you. 6 years ago, Winnie and Logan fell in love and had twin daughters. But after Selena sowed discord between them, a misunderstanding drove the couple apart. 6 years later, with a little help from their twin daughters swapping places, the truth comes to light. That reminds me of a Lindsay Lohan film called The Parent Trap, where Lindsay Lohan plays both siblings and has to get her parents together because they broke up and they were separated. ReelShort, what are you doing, man? What are you doing? That's all I got for y'all today. This one's probably going to be a very short video. While I was setting up my studio, one of my lights broke, so now I have to try to figure out how to fix that, or get a new light, or replace it. Next week's video, who knows what's going to happen. Still planning on it. This one was out of, just sheer, I don't know what to do for next video, so let's just do this. So, next week may be a little bit different. Hope to see you guys there. Like, subscribe, share, follow, comment. You know what to do. You know the gist. And see you next time on Oddlyable. Peace.